Mouth's still watering. This is so good.
And the chili, wow.
I was going to say something cool about it, but it's so hot. Hi everyone, welcome to Piton. Start the montage. Man, it is so great to be back in Rivière du Rempart looking at a village, because they have their village, like the village of simplicity. Apparently simplicity brings triumph. Man, it's really great to be back, except we're not actually in Rivière du Rempart.
No, this side is Pamplemousse.
So welcome to Pamplemousse. Even though the boundary runs right through the town, it's actually a Rivière du Rempart town. But cool. Village of simplicity, Piton. So if you follow the road down there, and then you look where those trees are, that is actually Piton. And that's why it's called Piton, which basically is French for hill. So there are quite a few pitons around. But this one is actually called Piton. Well, you know.
This area grows beautiful sugarcane, which is why there were so many sugar mills here.
I seem to remember as a kid playing in the sugarcane, but as an adult it's really sharp, so it probably wasn't sugarcane.
This is the famous dhal puri roti guy that comes with his motorbike, apparently at 11 o'clock, although it's 10:30, so that's probably why we missed him last time.
So I pretty much waited a whole year for this. But right here is where you get the best dhal puri in the whole of Mauritius, according to someone a year ago, and I keep missing it. But we're here now, and this is where it is. It's very easy to find. Just up there is the clinic. Just across there is a mosque. And there's a building with shiny windows there. There's my dhal puri being made with chili, please.
Chili?
Chili, yes, please.
Oh, he does put a lot in there.
Let's see. Wow, look at that. Cheap, 13 rupees. Buses. So sometimes the best place to eat your dhal puri is just put it on the bonnet of your car. So thanks, Tammy. Whoa, look at that. Look at that. Now that is a proper 13 rupee dhal puri. Let's see what it tastes like. Man, my mouth is watering, my hand's shaking. Because this is like, it's like a dream. It's been a year since we've had this.
Just eat it, just eat it.
Here we go. Oh man, this is so good. Mouth's still watering. This is so good.
And the chili, wow.
Oh man, it's got a nice bite of chili. There's potato in it. I've never had one with potato in it. And it just makes it.
Really great.
It is so yum.
Look at that flaky yumminess.
Dripping good juices.
Oh, don't move out of my focus.
Oh. And look, it's even got some onion in. Wow.
Run away. Hot.
There was just a big chili in that last bite. Anyway, that's why you get 2 pieces of paper. I was going to say something cool about it, but it's so hot. Beau Sejour. Beau Sejour. I'm going to say it a couple of times because I'm really not getting it right, but it means good journey.
No, it means nice stay.
Nice stay. Beau Sejour. Nice stay. All that other stuff will be cut up, don't you worry. Anyway, that's the tower. We're going to go have a look at that in a minute. But I just spotted this. And it needs to be looked at, basically. As you can see, a doorway. And whoa. And a place in. And there are a couple of them down there.
Over, because there's definitely some metal things with those.
Okay, well, we're just going to quickly get the drone out. We go just to see, is there anything there? It does look like metal on top.
What does it say? What does it say?
I don't know.
I'll take a picture and we'll read it.
This actually has writing on it. This is part of the wall, and this one actually has some writing on it. I have no idea what it says. It's a little bit tricky to read. But the reason I'm coming down here is because we couldn't actually see over this one, which has the piece of metal that looks like a piece of railway on it. So I'm just going to lift this up and see if we can see something here. What?
Yep, you're not adventuring unless you get take me homes. Those are the worst.
They are, they just stick to everything. It's like...
So while Brian gets rid of his take me homes, I just thought I'd show you some of this temple. I'm not sure if it's actually open for visitors because there's no sign. So we'll just look from the outside. This is the grand entranceway of the old Beau Sejour sugar mill. Really big Indian almond tree. Let's get some footage through the gate before we get chased out or something.
Oh, there's a guy coming.
Look at that big flamboyant tree. Man, that must look amazing in flower.
Oh. Look at this place. We're going to try to get in, obviously, but I'm just going to show you around a little bit. Oh, there's a guy there. Oh, look at that. Look at that tank of moving equipment. And there's the tower. We are going to try get in. Oh, there's someone here.
So it appears that you can go no further. Sort of. But you know, technically it's closed. What a pity, because it looks so fascinating.
So this is how you guard your house, because even if I go over as high as I can, it's probably just going to be more trees. But wow, look at that tower. I'm probably way too close. That's the sugarcane tower, and let's see if we can get some of the basin. Wow, it is so beautiful. It's a pity. It's a pity.
Just came in from a different way.
You just driving?
No. Got a little bit lucky. So we gotta get out of here now.
Beau Sejour, 1868.
Now let's get out of here before they come and close that gate.
We're here at Flamboyant Snack. Let's go in and see them making some rotis.
Doesn't look too flamboyant, but the food is obviously great because it's full of people.
There's a roti being prepared, but here they're being made. Very simply roll it out and then chuck it onto the fire. On with the next one. Merci. And here are the ingredients. So, Flamboyant Snack, if you want to come in for a quick roti, they're making them really fast and they look delicious. And then you can see the walls. They all slope. So these are definitely old walls. But I think inside there it's modern. Let's go have a look.
The old buildings for the sugar mill.
Might be, but you probably can't see it. But this wall is actually bulging out. It's actually bulging out. Now I am going to go in there, so I'm probably going to get some more take-me-homes. Okay, it is a modern building. It is unfortunately a modern building. But I wonder why it was abandoned. I wonder why they abandoned it. You just don't know. Wow, it's like everyone seems to know us here. Wow, it is pretty cool. It is quite nice to be noticed. We're stopping traffic, but off the road. This is an actual training center and it's lifelong trainability for employability, something like that. But it's actually called MIT.
Mauritius Institute of Training and Development.
And Development. Pretty cool place, and it's massive. It's really big. I mean, I don't know if you can get the full scale of it.
I'm sure a lot of people have studied hard in these walls.
What a great little supermarket and things. Is this it? This behind me is the oldest surviving Corville in Mauritius.
Pick up your shoes. Yeah, yeah.
Well, it's a temple, so it's a bit of a pity. The man from Terra says we're not allowed to take any footage of inside the temple, so we won't do that. So we do have permission to come in here. And as usual, be respectful, take your shoes off.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy
Bye.
the rest of your day.
So this is the oldest surviving.
You have my number. Anyone?
If anyone comes, yes, I'll give you a call. Thank you. Thank you so much. This temple was actually made, I suppose it was made by the owners of Bon Espoir, or Good Hope. And they were also the first Indian landowners. And in 1833, the minute the land was transferred over to them, they built this temple.
It's actually a lovely temple with gardens in between. Very nice. It's nice because the small temples are in like a garden setting.
It is. You're walking around a garden, which is really nice. And we at the time of shivratri. So I don't know if they leave shivratri from here. We actually met the guy whose great-grandfather was the priest. His grandfather was a priest. His father was the priest. He now looks after the place, and he has the YouTube Facebook page, which I will link because, he did come here. But he does have all the old pictures, and you can go have a look at that. But I forgot to ask him what that is. I really have to ask someone, because you see them all over. The Goodlands one is in gold. That other one that we saw in Providence was made of bronze. And this one looks, I don't know if you're allowed to knock on them, made of wood. So each one has its own with the little bells at the top. I don't know if they ever ring, or maybe they're supposed to ring with the wind. Wow. So glad we actually got to come in here. It's not a big piece of the video, but it is an important piece because it does link to the sugarcane. And so I'm glad we were able to come in, and we met a really nice man who has a history with this place, and now he's going to hand it on to his son.
Just walk.
Could be the thumbnail, probably won't be. I'll probably just cut. Hopefully you see something behind us or above us.
On the other side of the road from the temple is this really old massive gate enclosing a really thick forest.
This behind me is the sugar tower for Bon Espoir. Bon Espoir, it means good hope. And it's in such good condition. Not like the buildings around it. Well, this one's okay, but some of the others around here are in a little bit of a bad state. We'll go and have a look at them. But first of all, let's check out this beautiful, beautiful tower. Wow. I believe this was steam powered. Was it steam powered?
Yes.
This was a steam powered one, so you probably wouldn't want to stoke in there, and that's probably what this is all about. For those who remember the guy who brought bananas to Mauritius, Charles Telfair, yeah, I'm going to do the Irish thing, the Irish botanist. This was his estate, and when he died in 1833, he actually transferred this to the first non-white sugarcane owners in Mauritius, landowners in Mauritius. There were a couple of owners. I think there were two main owners, and one of them became one of the first shareholders for MCB, Mauritius Commercial Bank. So he was one of the first shareholders.
It's beautiful. The other owner, he started as a civil servant basically in the British government, moved his way up and then bought part of this sugar mill.
Wow.
And they were both very instrumental in bringing indentured labourers to stop slavery.
Apparently this was one of the best run sugar mills in Mauritius.
Yes. Listen to all those birds.
Not quite sure how you can get there, but I'm standing on the precipice out here where the main doors were probably. There was probably a main door type thing here, and because of its height, you can see it's pretty high up. They probably loaded straight into trucks from here. No stairs, it must have been something like that. It looks a little bit like nature is claiming back her land from the old sugar estate. It does look like it actually returning back to nature. And this is the front bit I was standing in earlier and looking down. And wow, I didn't actually know these trees had fruits. Look at this. They actually get a fruit. Wow, I suppose it makes sense. I mean, trees do get seeds, so why not this one? Now, it looks like just across here, it does say danger. I think this was a reservoir. Oh, you can't actually see. This looks like it was a reservoir or a well. Pity we can't see that, because those are awesome.
This is amazing. It's amazing. So the Espoir sugar mill finally closed down in 1909. And then it was bought by Harel Group, which has now become Terra, who still owns this property today.
I really thought this was a very old house. Like, it looks really old. But then I saw this. Surely that's not right. 1948? It looks a lot older than 1948. In fact, it looks like a really old post office. So, you know, not everything that looks old is actually old. Although 1948 is quite a long time ago. And this is some housing, and I'm hoping that this one is older than 1948.
Piton is a very warm and welcoming, lovely village. Until you get to the area of Espoir, which is, I don't know, no one said hello, no one greets you back. It's just like bonjour, nothing. Yeah, I suppose. Big security. You feel very, very unwelcome. It looks so Jurassic with all the birds.
There are a lot of birds, but how's that tree-lined walkway? And then behind me here are some more buildings. It is kept quite clean. It is quite nice in here. I mean, obviously it's an old building and it's got plants growing on top of it, but someone is looking after it. Maybe it's the really fancy complex there, which I'll show you in a minute. I don't know what type of birds they are. Noisy.
All of them. It's all of them.
Video, isn't it? Yeah. Why you always catch me out like that? Espoir is actually quite pretty, but it wouldn't be quite as memorable if it hadn't been for Carrot Madman 6, I think, Carrot Madman, who gave us all that great information that we were able to share with you guys. And go check out his Facebook page or his Instagram. There's a lot more interesting stories there, and hopefully they will let out a book, because we don't know if it says Madman, if it's a man or a woman. But could be either Carrot Madman. Thanks for giving us Espoir. It was great. If you travel around Mauritius, you're going to find this almost everywhere. These beautiful shops. They are beautiful. They're old. They're very, very old. And you go inside and they've got these thick walls and they just stacked full of things. It is fantastic. Wow, what great places. I quite often see the little hooks on top of the buildings. And I've always wondered what they were for. But they're to hold the wood so they hold the wood for the roof of the veranda. What a great discovery. We learned something new. It's awesome. Okay, we have got permission to film inside. What a great place. You can literally get anything here. Wow. I mean, genuinely almost anything. But I'm going to get some bananas.
Because we don't have a banana tree anymore.
When I say you can find almost anything here, I kid you not. You see this painting? Over 150 years old. Wow, sitting right next to some super glue. Whoa.
In the house when they came here.
Wow.
Original colonial cupboards. Not focusing on
Proper
it, but there you go.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola bottle opener, 200 years old.
Oh man, it sort of makes you want to buy a Coke now.
Amazing. Okay, so the shop was actually in the newspaper as well.
Yeah.
And the guy said they've got so many little odds and ends and sometimes they don't even know where they've put them.
Behind me is Mont Piton, which is a luxury estate with some really beautiful houses that we can't get into, and security standing there now. So, but look at the views they must have. Wow, those islands are fantastic. I mean, so clear. I mean, it is a clear day today. But there's a temple, and it's designed in the way of a sugar tower. I'm really trying to get just to the other side of these houses. And look at these beautiful roads. I mean, they really are beautiful roads.
With sidewalks.
Absolutely nothing on them apart from end of the road signs. And there are quite a few of them that all just say no more road. But it's a beautiful piece of road with nothing on it. Wow, Piton delivering. 2027 maybe.
I remember these things from my childhood. Oh, and look at all the bugs. You find a thing and forget your camera again.
Yeah, massive waterworks. This behind me is part of the waterworks. It's a huge, huge trench that runs 4 kilometers in that direction. I mean, we saw it at Mapu. That's how far away this canal was. Channel, waterworks. So you can see it here, and it carries on. It just keeps going all the way down there. It's a long way and it's well fenced in. I mean, it is a major, major project. You can see it on Google Earth. Just have a look from the top. It is huge.
You can't see them too clearly, but those rocks have always intrigued me from
Pyramids.
Google Earth. Yeah, they're really big. Very, very interesting architecture on this church. And beautiful trees.
It actually looks like this church is closed. You can come in, but all the doors seem to be locked. I'll go around and just check. Oh wow, what an unusual shape it has. It like spikes up.
I assume it might look like a cross from above.
Like a?
A cross of some sort.
Okay, maybe. Maybe, and it... I mean, I'm just going to walk around a bit and have a look.
Piton is like Flamboyant tree central. This place must look on fire during flowering months.
This is actually Notre de Espérance. Well, I don't know, I think that's what that sign says. And we're actually inside this church. And the wings actually make the sound a little bit different wherever you're standing. I don't know if you can actually hear the echo that's going on. When he stands here, you're probably hearing it differently to how it sounds when you actually talk in the middle here. Now if you go past the point, I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's got this like weird acoustics. It's actually kind of cool. Okay, I probably shouldn't get too excited in the church because, wow. I've just found out that this shape, the shape of this church, is the second one in the world built like this and the first one in Mauritius. It's 55 years old now. And the stained glass is thick, chunky pieces of glass. It's like really thick. I don't know if you can make it out. But wow. How often can you touch the roof of a church? Quite easily on this one.
And there's a bell. Ding, ding, ding.
We're actually here at the bus station and there are no buses, so it doesn't matter. All you bus fans will have to go to some other channel. But Piton was actually a bit of a surprise. There were such friendly people, and the food was great. That wow, not even gonna go there. You guys have to come try it yourselves. And there's a lot of friendly people and a lot of history and a lot of stuff you actually just want to come and visit. For a small town of 6,000 people, wow, what a great place. You guys have to come. Anyway, this is my outro, so thanks for watching. Wow.
Shivratri, even a few days before, causes a few traffic problems. We laughed too soon. Now it's our turn.
Tá, tá, tá,